Yeah. Namaste, students. Welcome everybody to the Sharada Lipi class, session 5. Snehaji, my voice is okay?
Yes, Rakesh, it's fine.
Okay, thank you. So, as till last week, we completed all the vowels. Today, we are beginning a journey on consonants, which we will learn. And Snehaji will start with the Kavarga, and we will see how much we can complete. But before that, I would just recite happy Onam to all our, especially friends from Kerala. This is a festival today, which is celebrated in Kerala. So this is a special greeting prepared by our team. And tomorrow is Raksha Bandhan, but tomorrow we will have the class as usual. So as practice, we will it's the 5th shloka of Panchastavi, not 4th. So I will just recite the shloka, then we will start. यत्सद्यो वचसा प्रवर्ति करने दृष्ट उदय तातिरीकमहं नमामि मनसा तत्बीजमिन्दु प्रभम् अत्सोर्वोरपि सरस्वती मनुगतो जाड्याम्बुवीक्षितये घोषब्दो गिरिवर्तते सनियतम् योगं विनाशेत्ता. Now we will start. Snehaji will take us through the class, and we will start with the Kavarga. Snehaji, you can take over. I will stop sharing my screen.
Can you make me the host, Rakesh?
No, you can share without doing that also.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay.
Just before you start drawing the Kavarga, little bit background on when we were studying about the vowels. I told you about the 5 energies of Lord Shiva. So I hope students remember those. Even if you don't remember, maybe we will take last session as a revision of that. This is not a scope here, but just for students to understand. So these 5 energies were Chit Shakti, Anand Shakti, Icha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, and Kriya Shakti. So these 5 energies were represented with all the vowels what we learned. Now, when we go to the consonants now, at that point, in this stage, Shiva is coming down from his universal being, from the universal consciousness to individual consciousness. That means now I'm not Lord Shiva, I am Rakesh, or she is Sneha, or I am Anil, or whatever. So these are the individual consciousness. And how does it work in consonants? That these 5 energies, it is all the supreme will, supreme icha of Lord Shiva, and he wants to manifest himself, he wants to explode himself and make this whole universe. And at that point, these 5 energies combine each other, they mix with each other, and they make these consonants. Like when now today we will learn first the Kavarga. In Kavarga, the first two energies, which is the Icha Shakti and Anand Shakti, these two energies are more predominant and they mix themselves, they combine these energies combined with other three energies of Lord Shiva, and these consonants are formed. So I will also talk about what does these each and every alphabet represent. Maybe Snehaji, you can just start showing the
Yeah.
Lipi. I will also take the questions if students have parallelly. Yeah.
Okay. So let's start with Kavarga in Devanagari, and here it will be Sharada. So in Devanagari, is just written till this half, the second portion, and in Sharada we complete this. It's an infinity. So Ka is also the tattva of Prithvi. Is it not, Rakeshji?
That is correct. It is represented as earth. This Kavarga, complete Kavarga, Ka, Kha, Ga, Ga, Na, they are called Panch Mahabhutas. That is the grossest element. All these grossest elements. So Ka is represented by earth or the Prithvi Tattva. Right. In fact, it is the first Tattva. There are 36 tattvas in Kashmir Shaivism. The first tattva, if we take from lower order, the first tattva is Prithvi, and the last 36 tattva is Shiva himself. So this Ka is represented as Prithvi.
Yeah. So when you write Ka, it is actually written A plus root Ka. So this will give you the complete Ka. This is how Ka is actually formed with A and root Ka, you get Ka. Is it not, Rakeshji?
That is correct.
Okay.
So in fact, whenever we say Ka, it is actually Ka plus A. So that is the reason. In fact, it is order is reverse. It is Ka plus
Yeah.
A. Ka plus A. Otherwise, it is just Ka. Whenever we say Ka, it is just, we will explain the halant maybe in the next class. But students should remember whenever we say Ka, that means it is already having A along with that. That is the Chit Shakti, whatever we have seen. That is what I explained also. So that is the Ka. So this is how Ka we make it in Sharada Lipi. Yes. Maybe Snehaji, you can just do practice once again so that students can know how to draw that. Yes.
Yeah, I'll write it again. So this is Devanagari Ka. A line. Then from middle, you take a curve. Don't lift your pen and just complete this curve and draw a Shiroreka. This is Sharada Ka. You're writing it in normal pen. This is Devanagari Ka. Sharada. You don't lift your pen there and then draw Shiroreka on the top. This is the Devanagari Ka. Show it one more time if you want. Just one line here, and then from the middle here, you have to take a round, and then without lifting, complete this, and then draw a Shiroreka on the top. It should be exactly from the middle of the line. So that's important. So I hope this alphabet is clear for everyone. Make a note again. It's one line, and from the middle you draw an infinity like this, and then a Shiroreka on the top. This is K. Now let's move to K. I hope this is clear for everyone. Any doubts, please let me know. Or Rakesh, just go to save this, and in Sharada, draw a line towards the left side, just one line, and then little space. That's it. This is Kha in Sharada. This is the Jala Tattva, that is water.
That is correct. Yes.
So when you're writing it in the normal pen, to be one line, and towards the left of this, you have to draw one line. It has to be this portion. This should be symmetrical. It should end properly here, and there should be little gap here. Then it's like this. This is K. Right again. Calligraphy. Draw a line. Towards the left, there is one straight line, and then writing. It's like K, but it's actually K, but that's how it looks. So this is the Sharada K. So I hope this is clear.
Snehaji, just be little louder. Sometimes they are not able to
Okay.
listen to you.
Okay. So let me show this again. So when you write K, it is one line, and then towards left side, it is one straight line, and then it's written like this. Make sure this alphabet lies within the Shiroreka, like it has to be inside this box. Don't try to keep one line here or this one small. Don't do all that. Just keep it identical, the entire alphabet. Now let's go to G. In Devanagari, G is written like this. In Sharada also, it is the same. There's no difference in this. It is the same in Devanagari and in Sharada. If you're writing, and this is the Agni Tattva. You're writing with a normal pen. Could be around here, and then one line towards the right. Most of the students usually what they do is they just keep these two equal like this. Don't do that. It will be a curve here, circle, then towards the right side you have to extend this line and then draw the Shiroreka. This is G. I hope everyone has taken a note. It is, you bring it down, a curve, and then on the right side a straight line which should be a little longer than the left side. So, and then you put a Shiroreka on the top. This is G in Devanagari and Sharda. I hope it's clear. Let's go to G in Devanagari. G is written like this. Sharda. It's W and R. Extend it a little bend here. It should be very minute. Don't do all this. It should just look like it's little bent, but this is how it should be. And this is called the Vayu Tattva. And this, there is no Shiroreka, but you have to keep this distance the same. And here this length is also important. This is now, let me show it again. And then without lifting your pen, just pull this line bottom here and with a little bend here. It should be very minute that it should not even be seen. It should be like as it's in the flow. It should be like this. This is G in Sharada. So let me write it with the normal pen.
Snehaji, just show them also what is the common mistakes their students do when they draw this alphabet.
Yeah, most of the students, what they do is they try to write like this. Please avoid doing this. This is wrong. This has to complete all the three lines should be here. Like it has to be symmetrical. This is very important. Most of the students, what they do is they write like this, which is wrong. Okay, don't do this. So what you have to do is you
Shiroreka,
have to,
yes.
yeah, you have to keep it like this. Like all the three, you have to see all the three lines, they are like, they're same. You don't draw a Shiroreka for this alphabet. So when you're writing go, this is how it's written. Then normal pen, I'll show you once again. This is going Devanagari and Sharada. Without lifting your pen, just bring it down. This is G and Sharada. I hope it's clear. Make sure this distance should be same and all the three lines should be symmetrical. They should be like, it should be parallel on the top. I hope everyone has taken note of this. Then we will go to ing. It's like what do you say, ing. This is the so this is in Devanagari and in Sharada. Write a line and from left small line, then has a bend here. Okay, this angle is important, and on the top, a small curve there. And this is the uh, space tattva, which is this. This is the last tattva. So, in normal pen, small line. Then you have a bend here. This angle is very important. Shiroreka, and on the top you write a small curve. You have to write a small curve. Okay. And here make sure that there's gap when you're writing this alphabet like this. Yeah, small curve. There should be gap here. But this gap is important. Don't keep it like this, but keep it like this.
There has to be a Shirorekha slightly after that. That is important. So that is important because we will learn later. There is another character which is very similar. So that is the difference. So students have to remember that Shirorekha is little bit after that also, slightly, very slight.
Yeah, very slight. And this angle is important, and this should properly align. Don't try to write this too much like this. Don't avoid all these. This is wrong. This symmetry is important. Let me write again. And then you have the angle. This should be same and this. When you're writing in normal pen. Okay. I hope this is clear.
Yeah, there is there is one question. If you can just show like you have shown K plus is K, if you can show for other alphabets also.
Sure, I'll do that. I'll do this. Right, go here. It's K plus O. Is it not, Rakesh ji?
That's right. So it is K plus right now. If you see here, can you Snehaji show them the halant in Devanagari also so that they understand, because
Yeah, sure.
just draw that halant in Devanagari also, so then they understand it properly. No, Devanagari.
Okay. I think it will be like this, right? The
Yes.
bottom.
No, don't touch
Yeah.
don't touch it. Don't touch it a little bit. Otherwise, it's
yeah, like
yes.
this.
Yeah.
So
So
this is the halant.
if you see, this is K. If I write like this, it is K. Now when I add
Yeah.
on this, it becomes K.
Yeah. If you add this plus when you add a here, it will become ka. So this is how it's written in Devanagari. In Sharada, it will be similarly. This will be ka plus a. This will be ka in Devanagari. In Sharada, it will be ka plus a.
So students would have noticed here the halant in Sharda and Devanagari is different. You see here in Sharda Lipi, it is a line little bit. It is like an A in Devanagari, so it is little bit above the Shirorekha and below that Shirorekha also. But in Devanagari, it is just a slight indication on the alphabet down. So that is the, if you can show that in a different pen, so that what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it will be like what he's saying is this is the small curve, like this is what he's trying to tell. There's a it's not straight or it's not it is slightly little curve towards right side, and in Sharda will be like on the top you extend, and from bottom it will be little here a bend. It will be very slight. So it's like this. In Devanagari, you just write this. This is the difference.
So Sai, you have some questions. Can you just state your question? What's your question? I have just sent you the unmute request.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, I asked that should the curve be like the curve in the A letter or just like normal curve?
Which curve you are talking about?
Um, the last letter in the curve work.
Curve. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is a normal curve. It is a normal curve, like you are making like you are making an 8, right? It is something like that. A reverse of 8, yeah. Sleeping 8.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So so go. Plus O. This will be go in Devanagari. In Sharda, so is saying Saza here. Plus O here. This is go. So, and then in Sharada.
No, I think that is right. Sometimes the middle can be a shorter also, so that is fine.
So, in G. Yes. So, and in Sharada it will be Anam.
Yeah.
I
Sneha,
hope everyone has.
just hold on here, just 1 minute. Maybe what illustration what we have given, so we don't have to show it in other works in future, because we are trying to show
Yes.
here is when it is k, kh, g, gh, n, or even whatever we will read now, ch, ch, j, j, nya. So those things we do not have to basically show this always, so it is understood that it has always, so that is why it is a consonant. And another important point what I told you about the in the tattvas, when we talked about ka was the earth. As I told, it is the first tattva, and if this is the first, Lord Shiva is 36th, which is the highest tattva. So it goes, it is like when you come from Lord Shiva to K, that means to K, it goes gross and gross. But when you are coming from K, that means K is gross. Then subtle, then that is K, that means K, which is the water or Jala Tattva. It has also the Prithvi Tattva in it. Then the next the Tattva, which is the G, which is fire. So fire is having both earth and the water. Similarly, next Gh, which is the air or Vayu, it has got Agni, it has got Jal, it has got Prithvi Tattva also in it. And the last, which is Na, which is the subtlest in this. So it has all these other four into that. That is the Vayu Tattva, the Jala Tattva, the Agni Tattva, and Prithvi Tattva also. All these four together. Now, Prithvi Tattva, what does Prithvi Tattva mean? What I'm telling about Prithvi? Prithvi Tattva means which is something which is hard, which we say in English, if I have to, I cannot directly pronounce it, which is something like a heart, which has its own strength, right? Or which has its own shape. Like a water, Jala Tattva is something which is not just water, it also is some tattva which creates a bond, which connects two things together. Similarly, the fire is not just the fire which we have seen, it is also that energy. It is also that fire in our, which helps us digestion. It is also that fire which helps us to cook food and all other basically fire. Similarly, the air is the Vayu Tattva. Then the ether is the space where all these other four are already included into that. So if you see here, it goes subtler and subtler. It will go subtle, subtle, subtle. Then after that, we will also talk about Cha Varga. That will be more subtle than this. So fine, fine, fine from one till it reaches this state of Lord Shiva. So that is how this is. Maybe Snehaji, we can go to Cha Varga possibly. But yes,
Yeah.
students, if you have any questions before we move to next Cha Varga, please let us know.
Can I proceed, Rakeshji?
Yes, yes, please.
Okay. So in Devanagari,
Now this Javarga, sorry, but now this Javarga, it is the energy, the Ichha Shakti combines with all other four energies. So earlier Chit Shakti and Anand Shakti was combining with all four energies and making Kavarga. In this, Ichha Shakti is predominant, and Ichha Shakti combines with other four energies and makes the Chavarga, which we will understand now.
so in Devanagari, sure is written. In Sharada, heroes, you have to bring a line and then there's a curve and an angle, bring it down and then take it up, then draw Shiroreka. I'm not lifting my pen here, observe again. It will be a line, this curve, bring it down little and then lit up with the Shiroreka. Okay. So then up and up. You have to make sure this portion here, this portion is round like this. Okay, and then bring it, you have to bring this down without lifting pen, just pull it up and then don't make this too big, just keep it, it's a small round like this. Okay, then pull it up. This is ch in Sharada. It is called the gandha, the smell tattva. Is it not, Rakeshji?
That is right. So it is correspondent to earth, like there it was Ka was earth. Here the Cha is Gandha. Gandha, which is these Chavarga is all called Panch Tanmatras. That means five perceptions. So five senses basically. So Cha is the Gandha. The Cha, we will explain it later, which will be Rasa. We will explain those things together. So this is Gandha. Gandha means the smell, the abode of smell.
Yeah. So when you're writing with a normal pen, it will be one line, then a curve, then pull it up. So here you have to make sure the mistakes commonly what students do is they just try to do, don't do this. There has to be a curve here, bring it down little, not too much, and then pull it up and then add a Shiroreka. This is Cha. I hope it's clear. Next we will go to Cha. This is Devanagari Cha, and in Sharada it's a line. You have again inverted 8 here. So you don't pull it, that's it. You're going to end. This is the difference between Ka and Cha. So what you're going to do is line and then sleeping 8 at the bottom and on the top Shiroreka. This is Cha. You're writing with a normal pen. Three.
There is a very subtle difference between Ka and Cha. If you see, there is no line after that sleeping 8 is drawn. So that is important. And another important point is the first vertical line, it should not be too big. Maybe you can just show that some students will make it too long and after that they will make that 8. If you
Yeah.
can show them so they will understand.
Here it will just be a small line, and then here inverted 8. Is it not, Rakeshji?
That's correct.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, make sure that this line is not too long and don't write like this. It, keep it symmetrical. Like, let me show it again. It's a small line, then you have inverted 8, then a Shirorekha. This is Chha. You're writing with the normal pen. Just a small line here, then inverted 8. Make sure the entire alphabet is inside this. And this will be not too long, just too small, and then go 8 here. This is called the taste, rasa.
So what is, so I think there are small kids also, so they will also get confused. What is this? What is this tattva? Tattva means something which has its own existence, which is independently existing somewhere. Like example, if I say smell, that means smell exists somewhere. That is why it is coming to me, and there is an organ for me which we will understand later, nose, through which I smell, right? But that smell has its own abode, like it has got own existence, it has got its own, we can say like in house, something like that. So like we saw was earth. So earth has its own existence. Similarly, gandha, that means it is not just because of earth is there, it is existing of its own.
Then let me again show you. This is first cha, then you have cha, small line, and then inverted. So these two things we'll learn now. Then we'll go with ja. This is ja in Devanagari, and in Sharada. You draw a line here, and then a small round, and then you just bend it a little and then slightly tilt it up. Then draw a Shirorekha and two small lines on the top. This is ja. Let me show you again. You have a line here, then make this a round and then bring it little down and just slightly lift it up here. It'll be like this. The slight curve and Shirorekha and it and these two small lines. Make sure that on the top these two lines lie inside this Shirorekha. Don't put it in the end here. You're writing it. A curve, then little bend here at the bottom, and then Shirorekha, and small lines on the top, which should be parallel to each other. It should be like this. It should be parallel to each other. This is ja. And this is
Snatch,
root.
can you draw the ja little bit wrong so that they understand how students do the mistake, like keeping so much distance between those two small lines? Just draw some things which common mistakes which students do so that they can understand, they will not repeat those.
Yes. So what usually students do is they try to keep this straight, okay, and then they will do this. Don't keep this straight. This is wrong. It has to be round here, and there should be a curve here at the bottom. This should move a little up. Don't keep it down, because we have seen in how we write. We write like this, right? So you will, every alphabet has a rule. So this you have to follow this, and you have to make this curve at the bottom, and on the top also, don't try to draw two long lines, which is actually wrong. Okay, just two small lines here. That's it. It should be very small. When you're keeping it like this, a bend here, and on the top, two small lines. This is J. Now let's go to J. This is J in Devanagari and in Sharada. You draw a line and then a small triangle here, and then from here you bring it the top. You have to, it's like A, but this has a curve here. I mean, there should be a small triangle shape. You're writing in calligraphy, and then what you're doing here is you are bringing this, you're little bringing this down and then pulling it up. Like, you have to at least keep this length here to this level. Don't bring it too down, but
Slightly above, slightly
in,
smaller than that.
slightly above, smaller than
And
this. Yeah.
J in Devanagari, little bit. Can you correct it? It is.
Yeah, this one it should be.
Yeah. Yes.
Should be like this. This is J in Devanagari. So in Sharada it will be. So then this should get connected to this. So it should be. And I'm writing the normal pen. A small triangle here at the bottom, and then from here, just keep it like this. This is J. So this is the correct way to write J. What usually students do is they keep this like this and they write a small here. This is wrong. Okay, just try to keep it, little down. And this is important here. There should be a small triangle, or you can close it here, small, and then from here you have to bring it like this. This is how I write J.
And it is not a triangle. It is not sharp corner. It is just a
It's
curve.
not. It's just like this. It's little bend there. Now let's. I hope this is clear. Let's go with Nya. This is Nya in Devanagari and in Sharada. Line. Towards the left, there is one line. Then here, a small line, and then immediately a curve, and then you bring it down here. This is Nya. Let me write with the normal pen. Then you write Shirorika, a line on the left, and then a small line, and then you have a curve immediately, and then bring it down. So what you have to know here is, show you this, when you this here, there has to be gap here. This is very, very important. when you write nya, it should be like this. A small line on the top, curve, and then like this. This is nya. So this should be this again. Shiroreka on the top, a line on the left, and then a small line on the top, curve, and then should be like this. And this at the bottom, this should be symmetrical. And then when you just make sure that when this axis, right, it should not touch this particular line, the bent curve. There has to be a little gap at the bottom. Just make sure, this is very important. This is nya.
Snehaji, there is a good question. Can you show difference between maybe A and J?
Okay. So when you write A, it's just one line here, and then this is here. And when you write J, there's a small triangle here, and then a little curve on the bottom. So the difference between these two is, first, this is the difference. There is no triangle here, and there's a triangle. And second, this line or this line is slightly longer, and here this one is little longer. So this is the difference between A and J. Is it clear?
Yeah, yes.
So let's write once again all the alphabets. Right.
Please write Devanagari on the top and then Sharada on bottom, so that is clear. Yeah.
Okay. Write it down. This is go. Let me first write all the Devanagari so it's easy for you. This is go. This is G, and then this is so in Sharada, write it in red color so that it's clear for you. So from the middle, have inverted 8, that's K, and this is K. Make sure this bottom is same, and G will be the same thing in Sharada, top Shiroreka, and it is all the 3 lines on the top should be same here, the G, and then this is not so long. It's just and have this slight angle here, and then a small curve on the top. Let's go with Ch. Okay. Then this is Ch, and then you have J, J, When you're writing in Sharada, a small bend here, then pull it up. Pull it up. And here, it's little. There's a small line here. Then you have inverted A. Then you have J. Two small lines on the top. A small triangle here, and then then one line towards the left, and then go, and then bring it down. This is I hope it's clear for everyone.
Yeah, I think few things. Let me just cover it, and then we will take questions. First is, as if you see, Sneha, just show that picture. Keep that picture there itself. So Ka was the Prithvi Tattva, and corresponding to that, if you see Cha, what is written below is the smell, which is the Gandha. Kha is the Jala Tattva, and corresponding to that, it is the Rasa, which is the taste. Because the taste is like it comes from like a water Tattva. Ga is which was basically Agni, which is nothing but a Rupa. Jha is Rupa. Gha on the top, which was this air, Vayu, and then the down it is Parsha. And Na, which was which was the space or the either Akash, and the Nya is Shabda. Shabda, that means Shabda reside. Where does Shabda reside? It resides in the space. So that is what I think another, I think students are curious to know which app you are using. Maybe they have to do the assignment on their pen, but yes, if you can just tell them.
I am using the stylus phone, so it's LGQ stylus phone I'm using. So with that help, I am doing. It's a inbuilt pen that I got with this phone, so that I'm doing.
We will just wait if somebody has a question.
Okay.
Yes, Suvir, you are not added in the WhatsApp group. I will add you now. I am saving your number. Okay. I think we can close. Maybe tomorrow we will do a small revision and then.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks everybody, and we'll meet tomorrow same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before that, let me just close with the Shanti Patha. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kachyat Bhaveet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.